My Date with a
Okay, this
Vampire
is
Part
story
1.
time. I need y'all to like and follow this page. So I went on a date with this guy that worked in my building. So we went out to eat, and I think we went to a movie. I think this happened about 7 years ago. I was kind of young, still in my look late 20s. Okay, so we went out to eat to the movies or whatever. Okay, had a nice time. So as I said, he was kind of nerdy. So that's one of the main reasons why I let my natural guard down, which I shouldn't have. And this story is a perfect reason of why you should never judge a book by its cover, ever. Okay, so after the movies or whatever, he said he had to stop by his house. So I'm like, oh gosh, I know he finna try something, but you know, it don't matter to me because wasn't nothing to happen. But anyway, so we go by there, we go by the house or whatever. He was just like, oh, he got a bar or whatever. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, whatever, just give me something to drink. So I gets in there, I sit down in his house or whatever. So he got a pretty big house or whatever. So he went out to, I think the bar was like, it wasn't like in a den, I guess you want to call it, but it was like kind of like certain den basement whatever. Okay, so I went in there and I sat down. It was a big TV in there, so I went in there, I sat down, watch him pour the drink because yeah. So did that. So I sat down. So I don't know, I was drinking. I was so when I was drinking I was sitting down, mind you. He was standing up, just walking around doing stuff, fidgeting with stuff in there or whatever. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and so I'm already, kind of tired, kind of sleepy, but I'm not gonna fall asleep here. So I'm just sitting there. Next thing you know, somehow I'm asleep. I'm gonna just say somehow I'm asleep. And then I wake up real drowsy. Like, so I'm like, okay. I'm waking up, so I'm like, well, damn, I only had like a double shot. I can hold my liquor pretty well, pretty well. So I'm drowsy, so I'm like, okay, what? Did this nigga put something in the drink? I'm already looked to see him do the drink. So I didn't see him do anything. So I'm like, oh my god. So I wake up, he's nowhere to be found. But I ain't gonna say nowhere to be found. He wasn't in. Okay, so he wasn't in the room. Okay, so I'm sitting there, I'm thinking all type of stuff, but I'm just like, be cool, cause I don't want to have to, do nothing to somebody. But I feel like I'm about to, so I'm just like, calm down, Brina, calm down first. That's what I'm saying to myself. Okay, so next thing you know, I'm feeling something on my arm, and I look down at my arm. It's two bite marks. Well, I ain't gonna say bite marks, like two holes on my arm, on my wrist. So I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. I'm looking at them, and it's looking like I don't know how to explain it. The holes I don't know how to explain, but it was small, real small. So I'm like, is it a? I'm thinking, I'm trying to rationalize everything. So I'm like, is it a dog in here? I know he had dogs, but I was like, how I didn't never see the dogs because he put them in a room. I don't know how big they is, or did he have a little dog? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he got a little dog and the dog came and bit me. But it's hurting. It's hurting my arm. I'm feeling it like maybe too. It's not hurting too bad, but it's hurting a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna get up out of here because I don't see him nowhere to be found. So I'm just like looking. I'm like, what the hell happened to my arm? So next thing you know, he comes back into the room. So I'm just like, I was like, hey, do you got like a dog or something? I was just like, something bit my arm. He was like, my dog's been in the room the whole time. So he was just like, no, and I don't think they would bite your arm. So I was just like, what? So meanwhile, I'm looking at him, and like his whole aura has changed. I don't know how to explain it because it's like, okay, when we went out on a date and we came out to his house, he was just like maybe like Steve Urkel vibes. That's what you got from. Okay, so I'm looking at him and like in his eyes, it's like his whole behind his eyes changed. I don't know if nobody know what I'm talking about when I say that, but behind his eyes changed. I'm looking at him and it's just like he's looking at me like as he's reading me. And he didn't do that before. He was just kind of timid and kind of, standoffish, look away. But now he's just like looking through me. So I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm thinking in my head, okay, be cool. Because this he probably like a psychopath or something. And you're going to have to really get down with him. That's what I'm feeling in my heart. So it's just like, be strategic, breathe, calm down. So he was just like, let me see your arm. He was just like, let me get some alcohol and stuff. So he grabs my arm and he takes the alcohol and a little pad and dab it on my arm. He looks at my wrist. He's not shocked or anything. He's just like, trying to take care of it. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm finna get up out of here. So I said, I don't know how, but I'm finna get up out of here because I'm feeling something in my heart and just how he's looking. So he's just dabbing the alcohol on the two marks on my wrist. So I'm like, oh boy, I'm finna have to get down. I was look cussing myself out in my head. You dumb bitch, you done it now. You done it now, being stupid. No, you're not supposed to be in this damn man house, and he a damn psychopath. So I'm just thinking in my head, girl, you gotta calm down, calm down. So as he's dabbing the alcohol, I'm just thinking, oh my god. But he's doing it. I don't know how to like in a subtle way, like a sensual way, how he's wiping it. So I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to kill this damn man. Okay, but okay. So I think a phone. I heard a phone ring, so he went to go answer the phone. So or whatever. So I was just sitting there. I'm like, okay, I'm finna get up out of here. I'm finna make a break for the door. Here I go. So I done gathered all my stuff very slowly, trying not to act too. I done gathered my stuff, because I'm gonna have to fight. I'm gonna have to fight. So I'm gathering my stuff and I'm walking towards the door. And then I reach for the handle, and guess what? Why the fuck am I sitting back down in my chair?